have a money person who has investors, and we have not received money from the investors, which the money was supposed to have been mailed out last week, on Wednesday and Thursday of last week. One check was coming from Florida, one was coming from Birmingham. We have not seen a dime of it. So basically, we owe the production crew $10,000 some odd yesterday. We don't have it.
So they basically laid it on the line that, after last night, without any payment, they couldn't continue, and they'd have to start looking for paying gigs, which could end up, if they end up getting a feature or something that could take them away from our film. So that was not pleasant.
Well, they'd agreed that we would get like one payment up front, and then one payment in the middle, and then one payment at the end. And then they said they couldn't get their first payment for 2 weeks or something because of I don't know, something random. I can't remember what it was, but so we waited for the 2 weeks to get the first payment, and then we didn't get paid.
So now we're just at the point that we've got to try to figure out what we do at this point, because basically our next shooting date was scheduled for Saturday, so we'd have to come up with something by then if we're going to continue.
And they're all great people, and you always want to, if you could sit there and just do their movies for free, you would, but I mean, when you don't have another job, you kind of have to, when other people are calling you, you have to kind of go take the jobs that are paying. And so we finally just had to tell them, we couldn't work on it anymore until they could get a payment to us. So.
And we talked to the crew yesterday before we even filmed and asked them, the fact that they knew our situation and they were still wanting to film through the night. We stayed there till 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a part that makes it even more passionate to make this work, because they care as much about it as we do, and last night they did a great job. It wasn't, not a lot of people I know that could not know if they were going to get paid and then still want to work for 12 hours after that. So they're just an incredible group of people.
We had one finance guy that we put all our faith in, and I think that was our mistake.
Well, and we put our responsibility.
Yeah, and responsibility for it. That basically it was going to be his job to secure our financing. So our mistake was that we did not consider a plan B, plan C on our own.
It wasn't the fault of our finance guy. It wasn't anybody's direct fault. I think that it was just being caught up in it and being excited and seeing things falling into place and having...
It was so easy.
It was an easy place to be, to see it go. So now we're coming to the harsh realization that it isn't that easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it. And now comes the hard part, where we really, really have to crunch and not leave it to one person's responsibility. It's everybody's responsibility if we all have the same passion for it, which we do. And that of itself doesn't have a price tag. I don't think we could ask for anything better than that. But it still puts us in a place where we're sitting here right now in Moe's trying to figure out what the hell we're going to do.
A few of us have I put a good amount of my own money in early on to get us started with the insurance and that kind of thing. And if I had some more that I could give, I'd be giving it in a heartbeat. So it's just finding the best solution, that's going to work. And especially our biggest, two concerns is to, because obviously if we delay too much, we not only risk, losing a crew that we are very, very happy with, if they take on another project, but we also, if we have any production delays, we risk losing Logan and we risk losing Abby because they'll be moving.
In October, we bought a house, and then about 2 weeks later, I think we realized that we were definitely gonna need to be, making some more money or making it more stably, because we're like 2 days away from 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, 2 days until due date, and so like the whole going through the whole the money's not in right now, and all this was just extremely frightening, because it's like right now I've still got baby furniture to order, and the house is we've got no furniture, and I don't have baby stuff, and thank God for showers and stuff like that, because otherwise she'd have no clothes. And
I would appreciate any help that you can give us. Anybody, we're willing, we'll come to Atlanta, we'll talk to them, whatever we need to do.
For my truck, which is basically my home right now, because I'm in a sad state too, but I'm willing to give whatever I can, and that's pretty much the only thing I can give. So the offer of my truck, to sell my truck, would be on the table.
You're doing this thing that's like helping somebody realize their dream or whatever, you know, and so you hate to like put them in a position where they may not be able to finish that, you know, and everybody's so excited and you're really, you know, wanting to do this together or whatever, but like, so I kind of have to put my foot down a lot because you really would, I think, finish films for free sometimes. But thank God that the rest of the crew members wouldn't.
Now, did you guys speak to Chad about it? I mean,
We have.
He's been a little hard.
That's been one of our main problems is communication.
I mean, he must have some kind of, you know, he must be able to talk to these people.
We just don't know.
We don't know. He
We just-
doesn't talk to us.
No, it's been part of the problem.
Where we are. Okay, so one of the investors, the one that's probably in Aruba, is that the one that's in Florida? Lives in Florida. Did you mail that, or did someone else mail that? He mailed it. Okay. Well, how do you feel? Chad did not mail any checks. One of the investors is actually, I think, a relative of his who he's in business with. And the other one is, like, I don't know who they are, but they're somewhere in Florida. But he said that one of the investors has gone to Aruba. That's why he can't get in touch with them.
Go on, fucking Aruba.
The other one, I don't know, but Chad is very frustrated. But he wants to meet with us tomorrow, so.
And the check is in the mail, though.
And the check is been
Or it's floating in Aruba.
I'd probably just piss him off.
In a bottle.
Yeah, he sent it from Aruba in a bottle, and it's gonna just slowly float back here.
Washing up on some.
It's gonna wash up.
Shore of Gilligan.
Yeah, it's gonna wash up on the shore someday, and we'll find it.
It's still not completely resolved, but the first payment's resolved. I just went ahead and made a decision that I would fund I would pretty much fund the first payment myself, which I have done, and I took the check to the production crew yesterday and paid it. Yeah, it was sad saying goodbye to my money, but it's a worthy cause, so I guess I'll just have to retire later.